You are watching The Nerdy Grail. So, in today's video, we will be doing, as you can see, a ranking the Hazbin Hotel songs. All 16 songs. So the categories we've got is Can't Get You Out of My Head, Absolute Classic, Worth a Listen, Not the Best, and I'm Changing the Radio Station. So, we're going to be ranking all 16 of these songs, and remember, this is my personal opinion. There are no terrible Hazbin Hotel songs, but there are songs that I prefer more than others. So, what we'll do is we're just going to pick a random order, and we will put them into the tier list. So, starting with, it starts with Sorry. For me, I think It Starts With Sorry is definitely a worth a listen song, because it's got a great message. It's performed by mainly Serpentius and Charlie, after Serpentius was discovered by Charlie, Vaggie and Angel Dust for spying on them via Vox. And it's got a great message of, yes, it does start with sorry, and then you can build and, you know, help you be a better person in the end. It is a great little song, really. It's a bit slow-paced, which isn't my cup of tea normally, but I think it is definitely worth a listen because it's got such a great message. Next, we will do Respectless, which is, I think, an absolute classic. Now, remember, this is just my personal opinion, but I think it is an absolute classic. I love Velvet in the song. I think she's so cool. It's basically her discovering that she thinks Camilla has done something or is hiding a secret from the overlords, which we later discover that she is. And she's basically your social media fashionista star young'un who's basically having a go at the old ones, really, saying that they are, well, way past trending, as she says in the song. It's a really cool song, and I quite like it. The next song we've got is More Than Anything, but this is the reprise version. Now, for me, it's not the best, and that is predominantly because I do actually slightly prefer the other More Than Anything. So it's got to go down here. It's between Charlie and Vaggie, and it's basically Vaggie consoling Charlie, before the final battle, really. And it's great because you get to see Charlie and Vaggie grow as a couple, which you have all series, so it's really, really good. So for that reason, it's going in not the best, only because I do prefer the other version of More Than Anything. Next, we are going to go for Hell's Greatest Dad, which is going straight into the absolute classic tier. Alistair and Lucifer having banter and arguing back and forth against each other in the song is hilarious, especially the line where Alistair says, "You could even call me Dad." I think that's hilarious. And Lucifer, Lucifer's just brilliant. He is Hell's greatest dad. He's so caring of Charlie, but he's also so jealous of Alistair, but it is brilliant. And then Mimsy comes in at the end, and everyone's just like, "Who are you? What's going on? I'm confused." It is a brilliant song. It is an absolute classic. I've probably listened to it probably 10 or more times at least. I do really, really like it. Next, then, we will do is Out for Love, which unfortunately for me is also another song that is going into the not the best tier. It's mainly performed just by Camilla. Vaggie is there, but she doesn't actually sing. They're just fighting against each other, and it's Camilla basically trying to convince Vaggie what she's doing is, well, out of love, really. It's an interesting song. It's short and sweet and has a decent beat, but is not really a memorable one in my personal opinion, which is why it's in not the best. Next, we're going to do the finale song, which I think is definitely worth a listen. A lot does go on in this song as well, especially you find out a lot about Alistair, and it's some stuff that I'm hoping will get solved in Series 2, but you also get all the team clambering together to rebuild the hotel, showing that they all believe in Charlie, and it doesn't matter that the angels did come down and they went to war. It's perfectly fine. It's a very, very good song. It's definitely worth a listen. It's not my go-to, but if it is playing, I will listen to it. So it is worth a listen. Next, we're going to do the other More Than Anything, which for me is a little bit better than the reprise, and it is definitely worth a listen. Like I said, Lucifer and Charlie, their little duet is beautiful. Obviously, Lucifer's only just joined the crew at this point. It's in episode 5. And he's basically being an overprotective dad to Charlie. Doesn't want her to get hurt. But he does believe in her and loves her more than anything as well. So it's a beautiful song. It's a rare occasion where a slow song for me is good, and it is definitely worth a listen. Next song we'll do then is Stayed Gone, which is going straight into absolute classic. This song is mainly between Vox and Alistair, and it's mainly Vox and Alistair going off against each other, with Vox ranting after Valentino tells him that Alistair is back, and him trying to basically say, well, he needs to stay away because there's a new boss in town now. And I love the back and forth between them. It is hilarious. So it is an absolute classic for me. Next then we're going to do is, we'll do Loser Baby, which is going straight into Can't Get You Out of My Head. Top class story in episode 4. Husk is my favourite character in Hazbin Hotel, and Angel Dust is brilliant too. It's basically Husk telling Angel Dust that he's not alone, because Angel thinks that his life sucks, and because of his deal with Val, his life, well, he is a loser, and so he drinks all his problems away and just lets people abuse him. And Husk is basically saying, look, you're not alone in that, because I'm also under contract, under deal with, which we find is with Alistair, and so we can both be losers together. And this is the song where their friendship grows, and I think that is brilliant. So for that reason, it's got to be in Can't Get You Out of My Head. In fact, I actually listened to this song only last night, and it is brilliant. Next is the very first song, Happy Day in Hell, which for me, I would probably say is an absolute classic, because it is, well, it gives you everything you need to know about the show, really, in one song. You know exactly who the type of character Charlie's going to be. You know the environment of hell that you're going to be experiencing. So I think it is a really good song, and it's very upbeat. And it's just brilliant. You see all of hell. You get to see the people fighting each other, the swearing, the interesting visuals from shop windows and stuff. And it's all about Charlie going to her meeting with Adam to discuss what Hazbin Hotel's going to do for the people of hell. So yeah, for that reason, it's an absolute classic, because it is also one of the first songs. The next one then we'll do Hell is Forever, which for me I think is definitely worth a listen. This is in the same episode as Happy Day in Hell. This is while Charlie's having a meeting with Adam to discuss Hazbin Hotel. And Adam's basically having none of it, saying that all the sinners need to just die because they are sinners. It's just black and white pretty much. So basically get lost. And actually what we're going to do is we're going to speed up the process instead. So ha. Adam is a horrible character, but you can't help but love him for that, though. So it's really interesting, really, because you have the heavenly character who's actually the horrible person, and the hell character who's actually the nice one. So yeah, it is a very, very decent song. It's a good song, not quite an absolute classic, but it's definitely worth a listen. You should listen to it. Then we've got Welcome to Heaven, which for me, I'm sorry, it's not the best, really. Like, it's a happy, upbeat song, and it's trying to be that because obviously it's showing off heaven, really. Heaven, this magical, good place. But yeah, I'm just not a huge fan of it, unfortunately. I think I've probably listened to this song twice in total. I can't listen to it any more than that, because it just doesn't get me jiving, doesn't get me dancing, doesn't get me singing along, if I'm honest. So yeah, and it's not in my favourite episode of the series either. Next then we're going to do is Whatever It Takes, which unfortunately is going straight into I'm changing the radio station because it's my least favourite song in all of Hazbin Hotel. It's not a terrible song. I said there's no terrible songs in Hazbin Hotel, but it is the one that I will listen to the least. It's mainly sung between Camilla, Zestiel and Vaggie. And it is in the same episode as the Respectless song. Basically Zestiel and Carmilla talking after, well, what had happened with Velvet, really. And Camilla's like trying to, well, explain what's going on, really. Yeah, it's just not my favourite song, unfortunately. So if it did crop up on my playlist, I probably would skip over it. I'm not going to lie. Next we're going to do is You Didn't Know, which I think is worth a listen. I wouldn't say it's quite an absolute classic, but a lot of secrets do come out in this song, so that for that reason it's worth a listen, such as finding out Vaggy's past as well, and also some of the angels who didn't know what was going on down in hell, now they know. So it is really worth a listen for context of the episode. Again, Adam is just a horrible person, but hilarious. Charlie does a great job in this song as well. 2 songs left. We'll do Ready for This, which is an absolute classic, in my personal opinion. It's Charlie basically going to Cannibal Town and telling all the residents, you need to help me defend the Hazbin Hotel and save yourselves from the extermination. It is a really good song, very upbeat, funny, and I love that Alistair joins in the song as well. So for that reason, it's an absolute classic and sets up the finale really well. And then finally, we've got Poison, which, if you know the show, you know its popularity in the episode, you know it's going straight into Can't Get You Out of My Head. You really get a deep dive into Angel and his mental state and what he does for work. It's disgusting, really, what you see. And poor Angel, bless him. His work is his poison that he can't escape from because he's got to deal with Val. But it is a surprisingly really catchy song. It's visually bizarre, absolutely bizarre, but I adore it. So that's why it's got to be Can't Get You Out of My Head. I've probably listened to this song more than almost any other song in this list, apart from maybe Loser Baby. But that would be my completed Hazbin Hotel song list. So remember, this is my personal opinion. If you want to write your own list, feel free to do in the comment section. I would say, could you please give this video a like if you enjoyed it, because then it lets me know that you want to see more Hazbin Hotel content and also Hell of a Boss content. And please subscribe if you haven't, because it really, really helps me and I want this channel to go big. But I hope you did enjoy today's video. There will be some more Hazbin Hotel and Hell of a Boss content coming up in the next upcoming days. But I hope you did enjoy the video. And if you did, like I said, give it a like, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye for now, everyone.